Let's talk about the year's most talked about horror film, Nosferatu. Nosferatu is the latest film from Robert Eggers, whose career I have been following surprisingly for the last few years. He's made some really amazing movies, such as The Northman and The Witch. One thing I particularly like about his directing style is that he creates atmosphere like no other director. He can make you feel like you're a part of that film, taking in the surroundings, the sounds, the designs, the characters, the actors, and performances. Everything feels like it's very much of that world specifically and that time period specifically. And Nosferatu is not much different from what he's already established himself to be as a director. He goes back to his roots as more of a horror director, something that he started with The Witch and then kind of continued into The Lighthouse, but did more of a revenge action movie in The Northman. It's dark, it's gothic, it's very atmospheric. It has things that make your skin crawl. It has moments that make you scared out of your seat. Sound design is incredible. The production design, I think everything fits this world so well. It really takes you back into this 1800s gothic style era where the Black Plague was like still a thing. When the characters were scared, I was kind of scared. When the characters were sweating, I felt like I was sweating a little bit. So he did a really good job of creating a world that was living, breathing, and very absorbing. Performance from the cast is really good too. Some of the standouts, I especially like Nicholas Holt's performance. He really made me like the anchor of the film and made me care for him. The rest of the cast is pretty decent. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I mean, Willem Dafoe is phenomenal as always, and Lily Rose Depp is a solid character and does some solid work in this film. There are moments that are kind of awkward with her, mainly because this is a sort of possession type of movie where she has to do a lot of panting and heavy breathing, so it can look a little silly at times, and it's just the nature of the beast. And that's where my slight nitpick kind of comes with is this is a very much a possession movie, and it kind of goes into that realm very well. So there's moments that are really silly and obscene to watch and kind of make you want to laugh, but at the same time, what really stands out in this movie is Robert Eggers' direction, where you are absorbed into this world, and he kind of makes it believable to a very good extent. And I love the way he plays with lighting and cameras and shading, and how they do the reveal of vampire in this film. It's revealed pretty early in the film, but when it is done, it's done so well that you don't see his full reveal until much later into his introduction. There was a beautiful poetry about this film. I don't think the writing is particularly like a standout, but it does serve the story. Some of the old English type of dialogue does kind of interfere with the understanding of the film, but this is such a visual movie that it doesn't affect it too much. Overall, this is an exceptional movie. It's directed very well. The performances are really solid. I really like the art direction and the productions in this movie. It does make you scared. I mean, there are moments that look silly, but that's the nature of possession movies. But overall, this is a watch. Definitely, if you want to experience a horror that's more atmospheric, that's what really made me enjoy this movie, is the sheer atmosphere it created.